to Rebecca's Random Adventures. Today I'm painting watercolor flowers in my junk journal. These are cute little orange, yellow, and pink and red flowers. Tiny little flowers called lantanas. I use tube watercolor, so I'm squeezing out some yellows and pinks and reds and oranges to work with for this project. Next, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a test run on a scrap piece of paper, just grabbing some of the colors and trying to make little flowers out of them. I wasn't entirely successful with this, but I think I got just sort of general idea for how I'm going to paint the flowers, as you will see in a moment. I'm starting out with a little pink and white mixture in the center, and then I'm going to paint the first row of flowers around the center, which are flowers with an orange dot in the center and then spreading out into a lighter yellow. As I started painting this, I noticed that it does feel different painting on a brownish actual vintage dictionary page as opposed to painting on actual watercolor paper, because the paints do need to be a little bit more bright and vibrant in color for the color to stand out of the page. So that's something to bear in mind if you're painting in a junk journal. The next row after that consists of pink flowers, and instead of starting with the center, I'm going to start with the outside. I'm going to paint the flowers pink first, and then I'm going to do like an orange center to that. As you can see, it's a little bit abstract. I'm not doing a very precise shape, but we do have the gradation from the center to the outside. So next, I'm going to paint a flower that's facing horizontally, so you kind of see like a half circle. I'm starting on the outside, painting those pink flowers, just little blobs of tiny pink flowers in a sort of like a border around, and then I'm going to do the smaller flowers, the orange yellow ones, on the inside. It really is different painting something from real life, from your actual garden, journaling it down, as opposed to painting from your imagination. For one thing, you're developing the technique as you go. So I did a circle of yellow to start the next bunch, and then I started defining the flowers in a darker, more vibrant pink around that. Each flower has its own shape. This helped make the flowers come to life so they look like the actual thing. So I like the idea of laying down some general colors, some orange, some pink, and then letting it dry and going back with a dry on wet technique, defining each flower and in a darker, more vibrant color. Next, with some dark green, I'm painting the leaves with serrated edges. I do rose leaves in the same way. Just draw one stroke for each serrated edge and make sure it comes together into a leaf shape. After the leaves come the stems, and you would think that stems are easier because they're just green lines, but I do find it hard to draw a realistic curve and really make it look like it's connected to the flower. This one was okay, it wasn't great, but I definitely feel like I could improve on stems more. Finally, I mixed up some blue and gray because it's time to draw the glass jar / mason jar type thing that the entire bouquet sits in. Of course, it's clear, so how do you bring it out? You kind of use a little bit of a darker shade to give an outline of the main parts of the jar. So this is the finished result. I was going for something that captured the colors and the shape of the original flowers while still having an abstract watercolor feel, and of course painting on this vintage paper changed the entire tone of the painting a lot. So do subscribe and stay tuned for more junk journaling adventures. Bye!